So what I'm wanting to ask, based on your experience, for this kind of team, let's say it's a small team, it's 10 developers working on a software as a medical device, from zero to launch, getting on the market. Let's focus on US market at the moment. How much time do you think, with your help, of course, with your help, how much time it would take them to get to the market?
Yeah, like we've been able to significantly shorten some of those documentation cycles because we are taking a lot of that work and doing it iteratively alongside the development. We are able to have that overall timeline be shortened because there's a certain amount of work that has to be done kind of anyway, but we're not doing it all in one very linear chunk at the end. And so because our team has been iteratively updating documentation and filling it with living documentation and able to do that review throughout the process, we've been able to complete our documentation phase in as little as 2 to 3 weeks, because at that point, we've already been working with those documents with the team and filling those contents and doing reviews of that as part of the process. And then it just becomes a matter of doing a final review and approval of that documentation and not a whole big assembly process. So we've really shortened that cycle between going from, hey, pencils down on the work and like completing verifications and going through all of that documentation piece to having documents that are ready to be packaged up and submitted. And there's other activities a lot of times that will take processes. Like once you submit, you have to wait around for the FDA while they go through their process, or you get everything together and you start a clinical trial and then you have to let that trial take place. And depending on the trial and what you're trying to find out, that can be 16, 18 months for some of the trials. And so where we can have control of that, right? We can't shorten the FDA's approval process. We can't shorten their meeting schedule. We can't shorten a good clinical trial to get the results that we need, but we can shorten what it takes to get to those big pieces that are out of our control.